I think that's it. I think that was the episode. I think we used the camera audio.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And then we call it.
Sounds good.
I've been rolling the whole time.
Have you?
This is the first time I've ever started at the same time as you.
Oh, shit. Well, let me welcome in all the boys, all the girls, and all the non-binary folks to the judgiest place on the internet. My name is Josh.
My name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are
the
Judgies.
Judgies.
Back and tanner than ever.
I don't feel like I'm Tanner.
I'm Tanner as shit. Bleep that out.
Is that too doxy?
It's
That's
like
in
an hour and
Illinois.
a half away from us. What do you mean?
We're doxed.
In a random direction. We don't know which direction in an hour and a half.
Well, I didn't say which direction.
Is that in Bloomington?
This is all bleeped.
Or is that Chicago area?
By Rockfordish?
I thought it was like by Peoria. I thought it was.
Or any other direction. We don't know where Peoria is in relation to where we are currently.
Right. Even though
all
all of our
bleeped.
shit's in Ottawa.
Well, we drive an indiscriminate amount of time in an indiscriminate direction to get to Ottawa.
I agree with you. I'm just saying the general vicinity of Ottawa, Peoria would be. I don't understand. Okay.
Guys,
Okay,
we
I
have.
understand.
Literally. Let's start over.
No, I think
cut
we're
all
all
that.
right.
No,
Cut
don't
all
worry.
Editor, please.
I think we get into the mail time.
The meat of the episode.
Because speaking of our P.O. Box in Ottawa, that is P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350. We got sent in listener mail.
This is so fun.
Is that a
We got invited
chicken
to
or
a
cat?
21st birthday party, but it was in June. It says, I'm
Just
inviting
missed it.
everyone who has shaped me into who I am today, and over the last few years, the Judgies have reminded me of the humor of poop and pee, as well as how to not be an asshole. Thank you all for your judginess and humor. Pisses and kisses.
Okay.
Shit.
Pisses and Kisses is really good.
That is really good.
This is why we need the Gen Z influence on our show.
And this is from Annabelle and her pet chicken. Doesn't say the pet chicken's name, but very, very cute.
It's hard to tell
Happy 21st birthday.
from a quick glance. That looks like a ugly cat. It looks like a real ugly fucking cat.
It does, but it is a chicken.
Insane to send that on June. What's it postmarked? Like June 17th?
Yeah.
And the party was on June 26th?
Yeah.
So minus the USPS delivery time, he gave us like a 2-day notice.
And then
And then we opened it 2 months later.
Oops.
we've got a postcard from Georgia.
That's really cool.
And then on the back,
P.S. Fuck Cop City. CopCityVote.com has a great petition. I hope that's still live because that one's also from June.
Yeah. Haven't they like been trying to
I think they
silence that shit?
I think
I
they
don't know
solved
what that
Cop
is.
City by now, right? They have to have it solved by now.
what is that?
All
I don't
racial
understand.
tensions have been solved in Georgia?
That part
In
might have
Atlanta?
happened, but I don't think Cop City got solved.
Cop City is them like hyper-militarizing
They're
the police force.
they're bulldozing like hundreds of thousands of acres of forest to build a cop city that's going to cost millions of dollars
Oh,
for the
I
city
remember.
of Atlanta.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. Anyway. Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
Shout out to Christian for having the same name as my dad.
What
Who
the
wanted me to
hell?
plug his solar energy business, but then it would be too easy to Google me. Fair enough. I'm writing today for 2 reasons, but first wanted to introduce you to the postcard I made. Quartz, Georgia's gem, pecan pie, that doesn't look like pecan pie. That's what they have in parentheses here. Eastern tiger swallowtail, Georgia's state
Flower?
butterfly.
Shit.
For Rick's enjoyment.
Hold up. States have butterflies. They have state butterflies.
Ours is
Yes.
the monarch.
This is fucked up. When do we call it enough?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sweet tea, of course. A peach state. Cherokee rose, our state flower. Bumblebee, the third best state to purchase bees in.
Okay.
The Atlanta skyline, where
What
I
are the
live.
other 2 states?
I do
Just
need to know.
Curious.
I'll Google.
Whale shark. The Georgia Aquarium is the only in North America that has whale sharks and manta rays, the world's largest fish in the world.
That'd be pretty sick to see. Manta ray is the world's biggest fish? Or whale shark? Whale shark's a shark, not fish, right?
Aren't fish sharks?
Fish?
I mean, they're not mammals, but they're chondrichthyes. So there are some. They're cartilaginous, which fish bones. Sharks don't have bones.
Peanuts. Jimmy Carter. I don't know what that means.
He's from Georgia.
And Georgia G.
Peanut Farm.
I don't know what that means either. If you end up throwing it away, feel free to send it back to the return address. Why would we throw that away? Anyways, I'm really writing because I can't stop thinking about Josh
What the hell?
saying he prefers boiled hot dogs.
Yeah.
So we thought this was going to be, I can't stop thinking about Josh. But specifically.
It still could be a compliment.
That's more, I can't stop thinking about Josh, and she has a picture of you, and she's just like stabbing it, and just like, you fuck.
Summer is.
I have been having back pain recently.
Summer is hot dog weather, so I can't escape the memory of him saying that. Also, in reference to episode 158, I wanted to say that a baby's sex isn't random. Google Henry the 5678. He divorced and executed wives for not birthing sons, but he was the one genetically predisposed to produce daughters. He founded the Church of England to divorce his wives and get away from the Catholic Church for this reason. Shout out to my 10th grade AP World History teacher. That's all. Sorry this is long. You don't have to read it on the pod.
Oops.
Why
Sorry,
wouldn't you
put it on
that
that
at the
page
top?
4. Sorry, put it on page 4 that you don't have to read it all.
Happy early first birthday to Olson and belated third birthday to the pod. All the best, Amelia. In case you missed it, yes, you can use my name.
Bedelia.
Here, he's grilled as God intended. Hot diggity dog. There's a little sticker.
I'll say I just think boiling hot dogs is okay.
No, you're wrong.
Like I enjoy them.
Anyway,
It's better than microwaving them,
Yes.
and it's easier than grilling. That's my take.
Okay.
This is very good. You did
Also-
a very good job drawing this.
I don't hate cats. What is this? We get so many comments about people saying I said I hate cats. I don't hate cats. I just think kittens are ugly, objectively.
Well, we think
You gotta
you're ugly,
save your
objectively.
ass, Josh. Say uglier than puppies. Why would you just with an open statement say kittens are ugly, you fucking idiot? You're fucking up our entire thing here.
I've never seen a cute kitten. They're ugly to me.
We also got a
You're not gonna see
package.
again if you keep talking shit like this, Josh.
I googled top 5 best states for beekeeping, which I know isn't purchasing bees, but they're California, New York, North Dakota, Texas, and Ohio. I'm sorry, Georgia, you didn't even make top 5.
This person was able to tie tissue paper in a knot, and that's, to me, impressive.
This is from Katie from the Discord. Thank you, Katie. We'll
Okay.
see. This is for Josh.
I gotta say, I love the font taking up the whole card. Why have I never thought of this before? That looks nice.
You look like you're playing
Look
the
at this
most
big-
confusing game of Heads Up.
Okay, but like, look at all these doodles, these judgy related doodles.
Whoa.
Can we snag these for stickers?
Those are very cool.
These are so good.
Scan them and send them to the circuit too, or whatever. What's the sticker maker?
Cricket.
Cricket. Fuck.
I love this so much. I haven't even read your stuff yet. I haven't even opened the gift, but I love all these little doodles. All right, I'm gonna read. What is that?
Little coasters.
Oh, those
Cute
are
little
fun.
coasters.
Little nice little crochet. Macrame coasters.
Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
It's in parentheses. Use it. Oh, username. It's Katie, aka KD's Nuts. Thembo Katie, the Erika Sit on My Face songwriter. Yes, I remember that one now. I've been wanting to send you all of these things for a while now. This package contains the following, which is to be read after opening.
This is all so much, Katie. We can't read all this. If there's,
Aurora's got a package too.
we can't read all this at all. This is taking up. If we all have this much to read and that,
Oh my gosh.
Wide brim.
we will. I will show you this wonderful drawings that Katie made with the Mio Cat in the Hat, Colts, Taco Bell, Baja Blast, of course, a crew neck, hot sauce. This is wonderful, absolutely beautiful renditions from Katie.
I'm gonna cry, Katie.
These are so good.
You are like proving of how diehard of a listener you are.
Yeah,
You got the wide brim fedora, a silly goose who's in a manic mood, knowing a little bit about a lot, Pepper Pot Day,
never forget.
and semis, because they're on
And
twitch.tv/judgiespod to hear me talking about how I wish I knew more about semis.
another stream reference.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
I didn't even pay attention to the
Katie
words.
hates when you play that song.
A lot of people do.
I have 2 margs deep, which you even did it the way I like my margaritas.
Bro-
A classic lime, not salted rim, on ice on the rocks.
Yep.
And then I got a sea turtle and a Spot the Pineapple. That's a reference to the show Psych. And then there's a little carrot that says Bonk. Then there's the blueberry, which is another reference to the show Psych. And then there's Courage. This is very cute. I'm going to read all this later.
Yeah, we will definitely read it all.
And
later.
we're going to read all this later.
I'm weeping.
There's so many. You're talented.
Open up your dang gifts.
Joshua.
Okay.
Stop yelling.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Okay, Christian, that's kind of a look.
Fuck.
Mine's a bag.
Oh, fuck. I've never had a bucket hat fit me right.
This is the dopest thing.
That is very dope. Is that a pineapple?
It kind of reminds me of a
Hell
pineapple. I
yeah,
don't know if
dude.
it's supposed to be, but it reminds me of that. And this is my favorite color.
That's very cool. It
And
looks
it's
very
so
soft.
soft.
It looks so soft.
Yeah. How does it look?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I love it.
Does it work with the headphones? No.
You kind of look like you're sitting on a bonnet, Little Miss Muffet. Type,
Well, I
type
do
beat.
love it. I'll wear it after.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Katie.
you.
And we'll let Aurora open up her present.
All right, let me see what else she says here.
I read a little bit of the letter. I feel like I'm going to cry. It's too deep.
All right, so the black coasters I made for Josh after seeing the renovation porch pics last June. I told you I've been wanting to send stuff for a while. You probably have coasters now, but it's the thought that counts, right? Happy double belated birthday. A yellow purse I made Ricky that was meant for Chicago, but is now hopefully an early birthday gift.
Yep.
Totally.
Early for next year.
I drafted the pattern and the tassel latches meant to make it look like a pineapple since you love yellow and psych. Oh, you're so sweet. Happy birthday. A granny square bucket hat that was once an early birthday gift for sweet baby boy Christian. You may be remembering an out of context DM I sent asking for your head size. I thought it was funny until you didn't respond. Then I got nervous. Plus, too much social anxiety to follow up. So if it doesn't fit, oops.
I'm sorry.
Christian complains about not getting listener submissions to his Instagram, gets one DM, doesn't respond to it.
I'm not going to read.
The Judgies one broke me down. I don't even look at DMs anymore.
I'm not going to read the one for Aurora. You will also find cards that are meant to be read on the pod. But you can... Oh, I'm sorry, that aren't meant to be read on the pod, but you can show
thank
them.
God.
You three have done so much for me, and now I have forever friends because of the silly, goofy, manic podcast you've created. I love you all equally. Well, all of my love. Plus XP, Katie. This is so freaking cool.
I just noticed the Garbage the Cat rendition as well.
Yep.
We love Garbage the Cat. Need more soundboard? Do we?
Well, some would argue.
Some would argue.
Oh my God!
If we had a 10th button,
There's picket signs that says Erika's not too political. These are great. I love all of this.
You know what else is great, Erika? That we don't just open up mail on this podcast. We also podcast on this podcast. And what that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories. Christian is the little baby boy who's done that this week.
I did it so good, guys. You guys are going to be so happy.
I'm
how good I did
I'm
it.
excited.
r/relationship_advice.
Jesus. Joshua.
Let's just start back from the top.
Let's start over.
How was your guys' trip?
My 29 female boyfriend, 29 male, spent $8K at a strip club.
Interesting.
Okay, wait. Are we talking like a local strip club or like big city strip club?
Putting it back in the local economy.
You know what? That is a good point. We should be spend the $8K at your local strip club.
Don't do like virtual strip clubs. Then it's going to some other you don't even know where it's helping out with the tax dollars.
It's
Going
just
some
going
other
back
cunt?
to it's going straight back to BlackRock. Do you want to be giving your strip club money to BlackRock?
I don't know what that is.
Vanguard.
Boyfriend and I have been dating 2 years.
That doesn't help me, Joshua. I don't know what that is either.
It's because you're not political.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Boyfriend and I have been dating 2 years, are financially independent, split bills and chores evenly, and have a sexually healthy relationship.
Red flag. These are all just like red flags.
We usually do dates. at
There's
least
too
once a
much
week.
right. Something has to be wrong somewhere.
Too perfect. We can see the cracks. You're not fooling anybody. We usually do dates once a week. A few months ago, my boyfriend went out to a music show. I didn't go because I had to work early that morning.
Who calls it a music show and not like a concert?
Maybe it was like
It was an actual show.
Maybe
it
it
was
was-
Sweeney Todd.
Maybe they're British.
Okay.
maybe it was like a rave. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot about the experience and not just watching something.
I didn't go because I had to work early that morning and then work again the next morning. I had to wake up at around 5 or 6 a.m. and saw that he wasn't home yet. I got worried, so I checked his location and saw that he was at a strip club.
At 5 a.m?
City strip club.
Yeah, that's not a local one.
At the time, he wasn't aware that I was not okay with strip clubs. He ended up coming home about 30 minutes later, crying and drunk. He tells me that he spent $8,000.
So much money.
And I'm not joking, $8,000.
For
That
what?
mean-
For what? What?
That
what
means
was
he had,
performed?
That means he had some sort of sex.
Right?
It's
Almost fast.
a lap dance at like a nice club is like $50. Like to get to $8,000.
Hey, you're going to the wrong clubs, brother. 9,000 minimum where I go.
8,000 cover charge, and that's for 2 free drinks.
He says he spent it on bottle service, drinks, and lap dances.
Okay,
Bottle service could do it too.
bottle service is where it's at. Yeah.
He swears he didn't cheat and even offered for me to smell him. Down there, which I said no to. Smell my dick, babe. Babe, please. You gotta believe me. Smell my dick.
Okay.
Did he just come in and be like, "I didn't cheat," or did she ask him first?
It sounds like he was just outwardly saying, I didn't do
It
it.
seems like you cheated.
A little bit. We had many long discussions about this, and he even tried to get the money back through his bank. I ended up having to trust that this was just a mistake and hopefully a lesson learned for him. I told him I don't want him going to the strip club again. Even though I feel like I should be a cool girlfriend, I'm not okay with it and feel like it borders on legitimate cheating. Now, a week ago, he and a friend decided to go out to get some drinks. Okay, well, I woke up for work at 4 a.m. this day to see that he was at a strip club. I call him and no answer. He tells me he will call me back and that the police are there.
Hey, babe, sorry, I can't talk on the phone right now. I'm so busy not cheating on you right now.
Telling me the police are there. I'm worried, but I have to go to work. At work, he calls me and tells me that he and his friends went to a club, but got jumped. Then he says that he spent most of his time there in the strip club office with the manager for reasons unknown, but he was also crazy drunk at the time. I'm assuming it had something to do with his card or the amount of money. He ended up showing me his bank statement showing that they took a total of 2 transactions equaling to about $8,000.
Again,
Again, I guess. He says he did not approve that amount, but I haven't been able to bring myself to ask him more on the situation. I'm beside myself in anger, sadness, and disappointment. I don't know what to do from here. I love this guy and every aspect of our relationship is wonderful. However, I don't want to be an idiot girlfriend when it comes to this. I have hesitation as to why he would want to go to a strip club, and if he's happy, and if he is so happy, why is he sabotaging our relationship and disrespecting me as his partner?
Okay. I have a lot of thoughts.
okay, let's hear him.
First of all, I can understand to an extent why you wouldn't want your partner to go to a strip club, like self insecurities, body image issues, that kind of thing, like whatever. However, I don't think that going to a strip club is borderline cheating. I don't think that is cheating.
I think it depends. Like, if you just go and you're just like a viewer versus, I mean, you can go to a strip club and like get things
Shady
done
shit
to you.
happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's different.
Yeah, but like just going and viewing is probably okay.
I do think there has to be like an understand. Like,
Yes.
you have to let your partner know you're going to a strip club.
You
You
almost
can't come
should.
home and you're like, crazy night after work. We end up at the strip club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, there
yeah.
definitely has to be communication and trust involved.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
clearly that didn't happen here.
Yeah.
Where else was I going with this? The fact that they had the conversation the first time he went, he spent $8,000 and he's like, what happened? And she's like, here's how I feel about it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
For then it to happen a second time,
Right.
that's where I would be like, okay, something's going on.
Yeah.
Something's happening.
Especially so close together.
So
Yeah.
close together. Yeah, there's going to have to be some major changes in that relationship at that point.
Yeah,
like,
at that point, the strip club is literally a danger to him.
yes.
If every time he goes, he is somehow losing $8,000.
That's
yeah,
a
or
lot
getting
of
jumped. What the fuck? Like, if we believe that,
Yeah.
like, is there some kind of backroom gambling going on that he like owes now? He like owes this kind of money, or
I'm wondering if it was because he said he tried to call the bank to cancel it. So like, did he call the bank like somebody stole my card? And then like the bank was like, nah, fuck that. And then he went to the strip club and he was like, please give me my money back. And then he got jumped or something. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, somehow my card got charged $8,000 by you guys. Oh, let me see. Like that? Oh, sorry, that was only $4,000. I'll do it again. Like that? $8,000? Like, yeah. Okay, now give it back.
Oh.
yeah, for that to happen twice, so like close together in time, nah.
That's a big. Hey, there's the red flag you were looking for.
That's a
Yeah.
huge fucking red flag.
It's
and
not-
I just also feel like his stories are not adding up here.
Yeah.
Some people can go to strip clubs and be fine. Clearly, he can't.
Clearly, he's
Yeah.
not one of them. And the fact that she was like, "Hey, no more strip clubs," agreed to it, and then went back.
Did they agree on that? I thought she was saying like I didn't want to say hey no more strip clubs because I didn't. I
okay.
wanted to seem like which you shouldn't feel pressure to do something just to seem like a cool girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But totally get it.
I told him I don't want him going
Oh.
to strip clubs again,
Sorry.
even though she's trying to be the cool girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean clearly it's destructive.
Oh, for sure. That's
Yeah.
not a good place for him to be if that's
Yeah.
gonna happen more than once, which shouldn't have even happened once.
I mean yeah, $8,000 on bottle service like is you could do that pretty easily in like a big club.
Well, that's what I was. That's why
Yeah.
I said, is this like a local strip joint? Like,
Yeah. They probably live in a city, I imagine.
True.
yeah.
Especially if they're doing bottle service.
Yeah.
I don't think, can you even do bottle service in our area?
I don't think so.
I feel like they would laugh in your face.
I think you have to bring in your own bottle.
Yeah. All right. Are we feeling an extra Christian episode for this one? Yeah, we are. Today I fricked up by sucking dick.
What the hell?
Whoa, this
Burner
is a
account.
Christian coded episode.
Burner account for obvious reasons. This literally just happened. I can't tell anyone in real life, so I have to share this somewhere. So, it's a standard Saturday night, a few drinks, hanging out with my boyfriend, and then we decided to move things on. We get to having sex and moved on to anal without preparing. It's always been
Hang on. I was going to get up and get water, but I had to come back. We finished having sex, so we moved on to anal?
we finished having drinks, so we decided to move things on.
Oh, I misheard.
We get to having sex and then moved on to anal without preparing. It's always been a fantasy of my boyfriend's that I lick his dick afterwards,
That is so
What
dangerous.
an insane thing.
That is so dangerous.
which I don't have issue with and have done before when we were in the mood and drunk. So I gave it one long lick when we were done and could feel something. I was going to let you finish that just to be safe. I could feel something like a hair in my mouth. I pulled it out with my finger. It turned out it was a worm.
What the
worm?
fuck?
Fucking worm.
In a live being?
Probably worth noting that I work with kids, so this is a thing I have to deal with semi-regularly.
Worms?
Kids get worms all the time.
Wait,
Like pinworms?
are we talking about like asshole worms or
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
is like an earthworm?
Asshole worms.
Yeah.
This is the grossest thing that has ever happened to me. And we just discovered the biggest mood killer that can exist.
Oh my god.
Now we're both just sitting
'cause
here
they were doing
grossed
anal.
out.
Okay. I was trying. Wait, so she has worms.
She
She's
got
got
worms from the
worms.
kids.
I was trying to figure out how his worms got on his dick, but now I understand.
Now we understand.
Holy
Nightmare.
shit.
Nightmare.
Wow.
Also, fuck, Erika's right. I am fucking vanilla. Don't ever lick my dick if we do anal unprepared.
Yeah. I mean, I've licked insane things before.
Sure.
like
He has.
like tables covered
bars.
in at bars.
Yeah.
So I guess I could, but that's like on a dare, you know? Like I'm not doing a dare in the bedroom.
But the thing is, when you're eating ass, like for the most part, the outside is going to be a lot cleaner than the inside.
Sure.
Is that making sense? So like,
Especially with our tushy bidets.
correct. Now, when you do anal penetration
Yeah.
and then put that in your mouth without cleaning it properly, you're like 99% guaranteed
Yeah.
to get sick.
Especially without a condom.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the head of the penis would be sort of acting as like a little grabber.
A reservoir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you won't.
Yeah. It kind of doesn't seem that shocking that she got worms now, right?
The worms,
She's already putting gross shit in her mouth.
Yeah, I feel like that's a fair point. I've never heard of an elementary school teacher talking about how they get worms all the time.
It's
Oh.
kind of an inner circle thing.
And
We
they
aren't
just
supposed to
don't
know
tell
that
people?
all
Yeah.
teachers have worms because
I'm
of these sick
almost
little
positive
fuckers.
that like Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard have talked about how they've gotten pinworms from their kids before.
Yeah.
So it's like a relatively common thing for like kids in daycare and like preschool.
Quick
Awesome.
crash diet in the LA scene. We're on to you, Kristen Bell's. What was his name?
Dax.
Dax Shepard.
I don't think it's worms. I think it's Ozempic. I don't think it's. I think it's drugs.
Ozempic is the new worms, Josh.
No, Hollywood's been doing Ozempic since the 90s.
What the fuck? And we're just hearing about it now?
Yeah.
They have a 30-year head start?
Yeah. Ozempic is a diabetes
Yeah.
medication, but it suppresses appetite. A la Adderall.
Suppresses all cravings, isn't it? Doesn't it like help you with? That's kind of the whole thing. Is like helps you fight any kind of like addiction thing you kind
I
of
don't
have
know.
going on. But it's now it's coming back that has like severe side effects.
Sure,
if you're,
yeah.
if you're abusing it.
Of
So,
course.
surprise.
Maybe we should stick to worms.
Or maybe you should stick to these ads.
Welcome back on this side of the podcast where we take a little break from reading stories.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, and sometimes we do this little thing we like to call, or rather, I would like
Tell
to.
me about that circle jerk.
I want to tell.
You
I'm
want
gonna-
me?
I'm
Hey,
gonna say
Josh,
it's
I
a-
would love if you.
Tell me about that circle
Hey,
jerk.
thanks, buddy, because I don't know, at this point, 14 days ago, it was little Miss Ricky's birthday. Can I say that? And an episode, that is really loud. An episode came out on little Miss Ricky's birthday.
It did.
And we told all you little loyal piss baby listeners to go on to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. And I didn't know how much it would work because we kind of like plugged it sometimes and we didn't. We waited. We got over 100 reviews.
We got a lot of reviews.
Crazy.
a lot of reviews.
Let me tell you just up front, it was a little disappointing. I went to go read it because I didn't have Apple, so I went to go. There's websites that aggregate all of the reviews together. I checked the day after her birthday, and I was like, we didn't get a single review. What the fuck? And then we checked back at the end of the week, and it's like, oh, there's 100 that you missed, you idiot.
So on this week's Circle Jerks, we're going to read some of your wonderful, wonderful reviews. First off, this is from Bio, 3.147884255. Love the pod. Gives me a lot dose of friendship and also laughs. Josh, Christian, and Erika each bring their own spice to the pod. Only political if you consider fundamental human rights political. Never stop what y'all are doing. Heart. Also, I would pay for an extra bonus episode a month if that became an option.
Ooh, hey.
And this is our last episode that we're recording
Before
we redo our studio, and we'll be doing weekly bonus episodes.
I don't have air horn anymore, so you guys get this doghouse.
So that was just a little plug. We're still gonna probably for the rest of the year we'll do one monthly bonus episode,
Yeah.
and then we'll do weekly as well, and then we'll eventually phase out that monthly one. So
Yeah.
it'll just be the one tier on Patreon. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for wishing Ricky on her birthday. This person says, Ricktastic, this pod is Ricktastic. This
Thanks.
person says, happy birthday, Rick. Now back to recording my poops.
Okay.
Thank you,
Send that
Rex.
in, please.
This one says, this is from Michael.
Audio, not video.
Goes by Muppet. Michael Muppet Butler.
Muppet.
All right.
It's kind of cute.
Happy birthday, Rick.
Thank you.
My girlfriend
British. Muppet.
My girlfriend absolutely loves this podcast. However, she does not have an Apple device, so I'm being forced to leave this review for her. Quote, do it or no head, as she says. Anyway, happy birthday, Rick.
So no head.
He did
You
it.
did it.
Oh,
So
it was
head.
a Vine reference.
I don't have a skateboard to break in
Sorry.
half.
I'm
Do we need to talk
old.
about how you're old and how you tried to
Yeah.
make a reference to young people?
God, I'm old and moldy now. I get it. Sorry.
You want to tell about the story?
Oh.
How old and dusty and moldy we
I
are?
was talking to a group of teenage girls, and I don't even know if I'm coaching volleyball. I didn't know if I was supposed to say it.
It's weirder to just say I was
Yeah.
talking to a group of teenage girls.
I was talking
Yeah.
to these young girls.
Anyway, coaching volleyball and handing out jerseys, and the one girl says, "Oh, I'll take number one." And I was like, "Okay, you can have number one, but like, just know I'm gonna say all season long, like, she was number one." And they just looked at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "SpongeBob." They're like, I'm like, "It's been on 20 years. It's still
Patrick,
on." Like, what do
Mr.
you
Krabs,
mean?
That show is older than them, Erika.
I know, okay, but I thought that SpongeBob was like enough of a cultural like
Tom
phenomena.
and Jerry is older than us, and we still know Tom and Jerry references.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, I was like, Smitty Werberman Jensen or whatever, and he was number one. They're like, no. Like, oh, okay. That was day one.
Next
That's my,
practice,
like,
just-
first impression of me, and I was like, oh, God.
Film
okay.
study. We're watching SpongeBob, fuckers. If you can't quote this by the end of the week, we're doing up downs. How about that? Oops, all funny members. The Judgies have not failed to make me laugh any episode so far, and I've been listening since 2021.
Oh, wow.
Happy
Long-time
birthday,
listener.
Ricky.
Thank you.
That's from WC Hannah. You think there's any relation to
No.
Andrew WK?
I take it back, yes.
I don't believe that is the case, though.
Love you guys. This is from JR69696968.
Threw me
Curveball,
off.
yeah. Love Erika the most. Happy birthday. I hope you had a
The
great day.
hell?
I've been binge listening to your guys' podcast for the past month. Love it more each episode. That was from Canada.
Very
Wow.
Yeah.
good. Thank
A
you.
little international. This one's from Fugly Barbie.
Oh,
I think I had that one as a kid.
don't appropriate my culture, Christian.
Oh, boys can't have a leftover Barbie.
No, you can't.
I was talking to an old person. Can I say that?
No.
And we were talking about the Barbie movie.
You can tell them that you're coaching old people volleyball. It's weirder if you
I
don't.
was talking to a group of geriatric women. And we were talking about the Barbie movie and how it was very good. Review was on Letterboxd, Judgies Pod. And she was like, oh, I'm not going to go see that. I didn't have Barbies growing up. And I was like, I didn't have Barbies growing up. And I still watched it and I thought it was good. And she's like, well, good for you. But I don't want to be in there. It just will make me feel weird being in there.
Okay.
And so we're like, all right. And
then we don't want your vibes in this movie theater. Get
Like-
the fuck out of here.
Like 10 minutes later, she's like talking to me and she's like, went and saw Sound of Freedom.
Well, that explains a lot, huh?
Why are you watching a movie about child sex trafficking? But you're like, I can't go in Barbie. It'll make me feel icky.
Dude, Sound of Freedom is dog shit, right?
Yeah.
It's just AstroTurf reviews.
From what I hear, it's actually okay. Like, it's not that
You're
bad.
lying.
No, I saw a non-biased like film review of it. And he
Really?
said it was like okay. It wasn't anything crazy.
It was the most dog shit preview I've ever seen.
Well, yeah.
It just looks like the highest budget Christian movie they've ever made.
Yeah. Well, it was made in like 2018 or 19. And they just like couldn't get a studio to pick it up. And now they're just able to put it out.
I don't know anything about this movie, so
I got
Because
it
you're
as
not
an
political.
I got it as an ad on YouTube one day, and I had to like. Sometimes you get ads on YouTube and they're so fucking insane. Like I have to find this, and sometimes it's impossible to find. This one I was able to find it, and I was like, Josh, you have to fucking watch this trailer. This is fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's just like I've never seen this big of like a Christian Christian movie being
Yeah.
pushed before, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
It's the lead actor, I can't remember his name, from Passion of the Christ, who played Jesus.
Okay.
And he and then the director as well are both like QAnon freaks.
Yeah,
And so they're just all about this conspiracy, and they're like
child predators and stuff.
they put it out and it wasn't getting any views, so they astroturfed this like bullshit thing about how like
They're selling out entire theaters, and it's just like they're buying all the seats in the theater, and nobody was showing up.
and then people would go to an AMC and like the air would be out and they'd be like, "Hey, we're refunding your tickets because our air's out." And they're like, "You're trying to stop us from watching this movie about child sex trafficking." And they're like, "No, the AC's out. What do you mean?" So you just got a bunch of conservatives going and watching it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like they're trying to make it like, "Oh, we're bringing awareness to child sex trafficking." And it's like, we know it's here.
Yeah.
Nobody is pro child sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Right.
This isn't an agenda that you're fixing.
Yeah,
And there's movies about sex trafficking that do well. Taken, Taken 2, Taken 3.
made a whole series out of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, happy birthday, Ricky. This is from Judgies super fan.
That's a pretty big title to hold.
Happy birthday, Erika. You're definitely not political at all.
Thank you.
Stop.
I agree with that.
Oh, too political. Stop it.
5 out of 5 stars. Wouldn't change a thing. Happy birthday, Ricky. That's from the Bruce Excuse.
Ah, great name.
That's a very good name. This one's from Jacob. I'm not reading it, bud.
okay.
That's a lot,
Yeah.
Jacob. We wish we had time.
Jacob, what are you doing? Shorter. This is called Oops, All Reviews.
Okay.
chomping our bed. I get it.
No.
From Sunrise Icarus.
Okay.
You know what? It probably worked out a lot better for him.
A sunrise Icarus?
It's less
Yeah.
hot.
It's not as hot. His wings aren't melting. Mid-afternoon Icarus?
Dead.
There's a reason we talk about him.
Mondays are officially my Judgies day, and I look forward to it all week. I recommend this pod to all my friends and hope that more people become piss babies soon. Happy birthday, Rick.
Thanks.
This is from Chase69. What's up with the 6'9", guys? Is it still funny? Is it funny again? Like, where are we at with 6'9"?
It's a good placeholder.
Happy birthday. Woo! Big 2'9", Erika.
That's yep.
I don't know if that was supposed to be a reference to the New Girl thing that you did,
29?
but I'm going to guess not because that episode has not aired yet. It is coming out,
Oh.
I believe, tomorrow.
Oh.
So probably isn't a reference to that. But we're going to make it seem like Chase just sort of knew.
They might know.
It's so funny though because I talked about it on the podcast and obviously it hasn't come out yet, so the internet's not listening to me, but also the internet's listening to me because not even like that same night, it was probably like an hour or two later, I got a TikTok that was somebody making that into a birthday cake, like that scene from the show New Girl. I was like, I was just talking about this.
It's listening to you.
It's listening to me.
Happy birthday, Rick. This is from Ella's Mama 412. Yeah.
Thanks.
8 days before 420.
Ah.
You three have become a huge part of my husband and I's Monday routine.
Cool.
We love you all, but all hail Christian with this emoji.
Yeah.
And the last one, this is from Ghosts Love Friends. We got so many. I can't read them all. That'd be insane.
Hundreds. 100.
Excuse me.
Happy birthday, Erika.
Thanks.
This podcast is so entertaining. The hosts are likable. Parentheses, Christian always has me cracking up. And they manage to consistently bring interesting, weird, and funny stories to the table. The circle Judge, and then question mark, I assume, for the spelling. Nailed it. I'll say that.
Excuse me.
Although, Christian, I do spell it differently.
I was going to say, I think we spell it different, so we'll...
This is JERDGE, which is how...
How do you spell it? JERDGE?
Yeah.
That's how I spell it.
That's how I would spell it.
I think I spell it JURDGE.
For a while you did. You still might. I don't know. I don't pay attention anymore. Are you allergic to reviews? What's going on here?
The Circle Judge breaks up stories and makes his podcast so unique. Hugs and pisses. XOX. Oh, so if you send a review, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
wishing Erika happy birthday.
That was so fun.
There's so many of them, Erika. You should go on here and read them all. There's literally, we had 510% monthly growth on reviews.
That's wonderful. Did it move us up on
No,
the list? What?
no,
No.
it didn't, and I'm a little upset about it. We didn't even break the top 170. Can I say that?
It's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how the numbers work
Oh
anymore.
my god, a deleted review. I can't believe we can see a deleted review.
Really?
Better than murder. This is the only lighthearted podcast I found that is just as satisfying as my true crime podcast. Thanks, Judges, for not being like these other podcasters that are too egotistical and too political. Oh, did we become too political?
I see why they deleted it.
That was high praise.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's
It's
all.
wonderful. I loved that. That was so fun. Thank you.
We meant to do it before, and then you have a guest on, and it kind of messes up the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. A guest doesn't want to hear us talking about ourselves the whole time. Getting reviews about how funny and likable and smart. I'll throw it out there.
Someone said it. Has anyone ever called us smart?
I don't think so.
Have we ever gotten a review calling us smart? That's a very good question.
Hold on, I gotta find
Smart ass.
What the hell?
Smart Alec.
Wait, do you really think I'm a smart Alec? That would be huge for my brain.
I think you're a shart Alec.
Do you want to throw a carrot at him?
No, because that was actually really good, and I can't hate. Oh, let me read the whole little message here. After the listener after the circle judge, we always have a listener submitted sound. And this one comes from Antoinette.
Marie?
Otherwise.
Hi,
Good.
y'all can use my name. Firstly, I wanted to say how much me and my boyfriend love the pod. We are both avid listeners and have listened at work. Yes, we work together. Whenever we can.
Well, I hope you play it on 2 different devices. Otherwise, you're a fake fan.
Please. I had this idea to submit this sound the other day and couldn't help myself. The story behind the sound is below. Sorry it's in a video form. I have no idea how to make an MP4 file. Doesn't matter, we'll get it figured out.
MP4 is video.
Don't matter, we'll get it figured out. Story behind it. Me and my boyfriend are paramedics, and we are working interfacility transport. And we had to take a kid the other day who had a toy with him that was playing nonstop. My boyfriend was locked in the box with him and had to listen to this toy for 45 minutes on repeat.
Was it Clean Up the Rainbow?
No. Not
Have
that
we talked
one,
about that on the pod?
No.
We're going to in 3 minutes, guys.
Okay. Jesus. Wow.
After a while, we were both just singing along. But here comes the part where I could and probably am the asshole. After the call, my boyfriend wanted nothing to do with the thought of the song, but I just couldn't get it out of my head. I've been singing it nonstop for days now, and even watched a good few hours of kids' YouTube reviews online to get the actual soundbite of the toy playing. My dad, in all his glory, gave me a little toy sound saver to record the song on and leave around the house, so my boyfriend was almost always surrounded with the song. And now, don't get me wrong, he thinks it's funny, but even though he might get a kick out of it, it's starting to get annoying. So I figured my last and final blow with the song would be able to see if I could get it to pass as a listener-submitted sound on his favorite pod.
That's so
That's
funny.
very
Thank you for bringing the
funny.
laughter and the light to our Monday shifts. We are both really enjoy listening. Best regards, Tony. P.S. I sang the song, so Fisher Price won't come for you on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
They took down the only video I could find of the song for copyright reasons, so I figured I would play it
What
safe.
pieces of shit.
Fuck you, Fisher Price. And you use the same voice actor for all your fucking toys.
It's probably AI.
I have 2 feet on which I stand, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I have 2 feet on which I dance. Come on, dance with me. I have 2 feet.
That's it.
How do you stand fast on your feet?
I don't know.
I don't know. How do you clean up the rainbow, Josh?
Oh, are we allowed to talk
We're
about it now?
ready to talk about it.
Christian came over to work out, what was it, like last Saturday?
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh.
Clean up the rainbow.
And I was just like, It was strange because Christian, one, doesn't sing normally. Two, doesn't listen to pop, and I assumed this was a pop song. And he kept humming, and I didn't ask him about it. And he must have been doing it subconsciously. We were moving the gym. And so we went over to your guys' house, and it comes out, and Erika just comes out like, oh. And I was like, oh, are you who got that stuck in his head? I thought maybe it's a TikTok trend. And it's not.
It's a baby toy.
It's a baby toy.
It's a baby vacuum that sings when you push it around.
But before you said that, you were like, yeah, it's about like trans genocide. And I was like, what? You're like, yeah, it's about like LGB people, like making sure trans people aren't included anymore. I was like, what? And they're like, nah, it's just a kid's toy. It does sound like that.
Yeah.
It sounds like that a lot.
The vacuum, the Fisher Price vacuum toy,
It's got some bops
failed
on
with
it.
bangers.
Yeah. We got,
What else?
Now I literally can't think.
Uh,
Cleaning up the rainbow.
red, purple, yellow. And something.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
They came over today, and he was literally singing that.
They get so stuck in your head.
Team up to clean up.
Yeah. We do it better. If we team up to clean up.
Let's do it together.
This is just like when you told me about the dancing fruit videos.
They go very
It's just
hard.
like sensory dancing fruit. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
called
like,
Hey Bear.
I was like, yeah, I put it on. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I'm just watching it for 23 minutes. I was like,
Yeah.
am I simple-minded?
If you take an edible and you put on a Hay Bear, say goodbye to your night.
They go so hard.
It's
They
pretty
go
good.
very hard.
I do have to say, there are some kids' toys that have such dog shit songs.
Yes.
This also is a Fisher Price toy. It's a game controller. I'm coming at you, Fisher Price. You have dog shit songs sometimes. And it's a game controller, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Up goes your score. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're great.
No way.
Yes. It's literally, there's a pause, and it's like,
What?
And then they rhyme 10 with great. You already
Right.
said it pisses me off all the time.
yeah,
I
it's,
hate that a lot.
it's a bad toy.
hate that a lot.
But it does play in Fisher Price. Maybe Nintendo needs to come for you. Put in the Konami code, it plays a little Mario sound and a Sonic sound.
Okay, Fisher Price.
I don't
Hey,
think it's the official Mario sound, but
we'll keep it on the hush hush if you send us a sponsorship.
okay.
And we'll sell out.
Give us all of the kids' toys, please. So that was the listener submitted sound, and that always.
Don't do it.
This is my carrot.
Josh was twisting off the bottle.
Why does it give me so much anxiety? It doesn't ever hurt.
I got to
The
teach
noise, I guess.
a kid how to do this. Is like my second cousin. I did this, and she's like, "What was that?" And I was like, "I got to teach somebody how to do this." I felt like a fulfilled person. She didn't get it. She was too young to figure it out. But I was like, "That's awesome that I'm teaching you something that you can now go back to school and do." That.
Whoa! Oh God, it does hurt. It does hurt.
Fucker!
But now they can go to school and be the coolest little kid that know how to do that.
That scared the shit out of me. And it hit me in the side of the head.
Also, I've never seen somebody able to aim that. That was actually pretty impressive.
I didn't aim it. I just shot it and it hit both of you in the head.
Did it bounce off my head and hit you?
It hit me too.
Editor.
Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
Get golf tracking software.
This listener submitted story comes from. Please don't use my name.
Karen.
Give me perfect. Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
My name's Karen. She, her, 26.
Nailed it.
This is the story of how I got my best friend's fiance's friend kicked out of their wedding party. So, how I got someone kicked out of my best friend's wedding party.
Okay.
More concise way to say it. My best friend got engaged a year and a half ago. We celebrated over dinner with our friends and her fiance's friends. Her fiance had a friend who I was kind of talking to at the time. Let's call him Kyle. And after dinner, we had a few drinks at my best friend's house. After everyone went home, Kyle and I hung out more. He drove me home in the morning. I thought he was cool, but I wasn't sure if I was interested in pursuing something with him. And I decided I'd give it one more chance, but didn't know when we would hang out next.
Probably a bad idea if his name's Kyle.
Yeah.
Like that, maybe not pursue more with Kyle, you know?
Never talk to a Kyle.
Is there anything worse than J names? It's K names.
Okay.
Wrong. I had 2 jobs and was still going to grad school at the time, so my free time was very sparse. Also, this all took place around Christmas, New Year's time, so I was spending almost all my free days with my family.
Yeah, it's like the busiest time of the year.
Kyle knew about how busy I was, and I asked him to be patient with me because I didn't know when I would be free next. Nonetheless, he asked me to hang out every day for a week and a half. At first, it seemed like he really liked me, and I felt bad I couldn't hang out. But he started getting mad about how unavailable I was, despite how transparent I had been about my busy schedule. This made me feel weird, but unfortunately, I ignored that feeling. I was free the evening before New Year's Eve, so I let him know. He already had plans with his friends and didn't know when he would be available.
What the hell, Kyle?
So he asked me to stay awake so I could drive to him at some absurd time in the night. I told him I wasn't going to drive to him at midnight and ended up falling asleep in my room. The next morning, I had 10 missed calls and 6 Snapchats from him. When I opened the Snapchats, my stomach dropped.
Uh-oh.
It was a series of videos of him sitting at home, getting annoyed with me for not responding, then walking out to his car, driving on the freeway, and then sitting in front of my house.
What the fuck?
The last video was him zooming into my bedroom window and swearing and talking angrily about how he knew I was awake and just ignoring him.
Whoa.
When really, I just fell asleep with my lamp on.
What the fuck?
I was really freaked out about this and told my best friend. She was also freaked out, and I told him how wrong he was for driving all the way to my house and sending me those Snapchats. He proceeded to apologize, and I felt like it was sincere, and he knew we were both standing up in the wedding, so I tried to keep things friendly. Trigger warning for this next part, sexual assault or essay. Fast forward a few months, Kyle and I were texting for some reason.
Wow.
And he told me that the first time we hung out and hooked up, he didn't use a condom and finished inside of me. I did not consent to this, and I immediately panicked and told my best friend's fiance. Kyle was immediately kicked out of the wedding party and kicked out of the friend group entirely. And they've never spoken to again by any of them.
Good.
As that should happen, yes.
Very perfect reaction.
My best friend's fiance was disgusted by him, and so were their friends. I ended up blocking him on everything and hope he's doing poorly. I hate
Yeah.
I hate this man, but I love you 3. So I have so many more stories to share, but I'm sure I'll send them soon. Sincerely, redacted.
Thank you, Karen. Wow.
Woof. I'm
Jesus
so sorry that
Christ.
happened.
Hey,
Yeah.
sometimes women's intuition gets it. You know?
Sometimes.
Initially, maybe next time listen to the, something feels off here. Maybe.
Yeah. What a...
Whoa. God damn.
That person needs to A, go to jail, and B, get mental health help.
That's wild.
Yeah.
To sit outside someone's house, like stalking them.
How fucking creepy.
And thinking
That's so aggressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thinking that's cute.
Yeah, no.
And hey, I don't want to read into the subtext here, but the fact that he was out with his friends and then he's sending you like angry Snapchats and driving to your house, he's probably fucking drunk driving too.
Yeah,
like
probably.
It's just the whole thing is like, that's fucked up. That's so
whole
scary.
I'm
Just-
glad that person's no longer in your life or your friends' lives.
Yes.
Yeah. And I hope they're doing poorly as well.
Yes.
the Judgies wish him a bad
The
life.
Yes.
Judgies hate you.
It's like I had the shirt on earlier today that said you don't have to die to be dead to me, and
That's how you feel about this guy?
or you could die. That'd be fine too.
And then I do have an update for our listener submitted story.
Ooh.
Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
It's Steve, the guy who got the ball infection from the fleshlight.
Oh, wait, didn't we block his name? We changed his name.
We gave,
I think we changed it to Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't match the email.
Because we originally didn't, and I was like, hey, man, this guy probably doesn't want his name out.
I just have a few answers to some of the things that were asked.
Okay.
But after reading the TikTok comments, thank you for giving me a fake name. Answer 1 to Josh. It was an internal infection. So just looking at my balls showed you nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a very big question.
2, I didn't leave old cum in the fleshlight. Just made the mistake of not properly letting it dry out.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think I said that too. Is like if it wasn't in the shower,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have as big of an issue.
And a few commenters were asking why I would be using it in the shower. And, well, there's a suction cup. I'll just leave it at that.
It also,
Fair
it's
enough.
not that weird.
Optimal place to use it, I feel like.
Yeah, you can clean right there.
Yeah.
That's not weird. Somebody else, I did see comments about that, like in the shower. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah. That's
You
not.
pee in the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the
Huh?
issue. Is
You pee in the shower?
I do.
Bathroom. The shower's the number 2 toilet,
Number 2
guys.
toilet, that's right.
Not for number 2s. It's if the toilet's occupied, you pee in the shower. If the shower's occupied, you peeing in the sink.
I would say it's the number 3 toilet for number 2s. I would do the sink before the shower.
You would shit in the sink before
Before
you
the
shit
shower.
in the shower?
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like I could
You have
take
to
it
clean
out.
it out easier. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. A shower, it's so low you have to wobble stomp, and it's gonna stink in there.
Here's also the other thing. So, if you're shitting into no matter where you're shitting, now you have to clean the entire thing.
Yeah.
You shit in a sink, not that much to clean up. You shit in the shower, you have to clean the entire shower. It doesn't matter if the shit only touched one spot. You've contaminated the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I do agree with that reasoning. However, I wouldn't do either.
Neither would I mean, this is gun to my head. I had to rank toilet, sink, shower. Oh, that's the order.
Okay.
Now peeing, shower is number 2 toilet.
All right. I just feel like I'd rather shit in like the bathroom garbage can than the sink or the.
Then you have to get a whole new garbage can.
Do nobody like put bags in their garbage can?
Well, we'd use old Walmart bags, which means
Yes.
there's holes in the bottom.
There's always a
That's
hole in it.
fine. That's still easier to
Hey,
clean
we're
up
taking
than...
different kind of shits.
I got a wicker basket. It ain't surviving a hole in a garbage bag.
We're getting weird with this episode. Another listener submitted story.
Wow.
And if you want even more listener submitted stories, that's all we do on our Patreon is listener submitted stories. Patreon.com/judgiespod.
Very short one here.
Oh.
Am I the asshole for getting my husband fired from his job? My husband is a truck driver in Texas and has to work in the sun at over 105 degrees Fahrenheit every single day. Thanks, global warming. The problem is the truck he drives doesn't have a working air conditioning unit. It just blows out hot air.
Oof.
Yikes.
I went with him on a trip and I was sitting in the truck cabin and the temperature was over 100 degrees inside of the truck. I texted his boss's wife that we're friends with, asking nicely that they fix his AC. The boss's wife also runs part of this company, so I thought maybe I'd get something done. His boss ended up calling him immediately after this and fired him.
What the hell?
I know it's not really my place to get involved in his work, but was I an asshole for doing this?
I mean, only if you didn't ask your husband first.
Eh.
If you were like,
point.
hey, I'm going to text Laura to see if we can maybe figure this out. And he's like, sure. But if you just did it, I feel like that's a boundary probably a little bit crossed.
Yeah.
I feel like it also depends on how good of friends you are with, you know, this boss's wife.
I want to know why he got fired. Is it because
Was he not supposed to have his wife in the car or in the truck?
Yeah, like
They
was
could
it
probably use that as something.
Yeah, or it could be like he was supposed to get it serviced or something and he didn't, and now he's working in a unsafe environment, so they fire you instead
putting
of
the
fixing
company
it.
at risk. And
You guys are really giving this company a lot of leeway.
No, that was a bad thing that they're firing you instead of they're like doing a negative action instead of just fixing the problem.
Yeah. I think it's probably just the boss is a piece of shit and is like, oh, if you're complaining about this, then fucking kick rocks.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of trucking
pound
companies.
sand, rather.
I know a lot of trucking companies recently have been pushing towards. It used to be a big push towards truckers owning their own trucks.
Okay.
And then they would hire like independent trucks in their fleets, yada, yada, yada. And they have a lot more protections and stuff like that. Now stuff is pushed a lot more towards companies that own the trucks and you rent the trucks and you have to pay a portion of your wages to like, you know, pay for the truck, yada, yada, yada.
That fucking sucks.
And so I imagine something like this where it's the company owns the truck.
Yeah.
Like my dad works for Dish and like he's had a shit van for so long think he had the same van for like 8 years, and it was old when he got it.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
so-
know, like in my like field, like people put like 100,000, or not 100. That's pretty crazy. But like they'll put like 60,000 miles on like a service vehicle in a year, and it's like, so you can only have it for like 2 or 3 years before it's like this thing is fucking falling apart.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to beg to just get a new van every time.
Sucks. And you can't complain too much, or else
They'll fire you.
you'll get fired.
You won't get fired.
Very illegal
Capitalism.
too. There's a very illegal working condition to have people in a cabin that's over 100 degrees. I think OSHA puts it at like, I think over 85 is an elevated thing, and you have to have like a mandatory break every like 45 minutes with
Really?
water. I think it's that. If I haven't had
me
a
know.
real job in so long.
Whoa, flex.
But back in the day, I used to be a safety guy.
I forgot that you're the safety guy. What's up with all the safety violations in here?
Yeah, lots of tripping hazards.
Only if you're fucking stupid. the number one workplace injury is slips, trips, and falls. How many have we had?
Okay, he's right about this.
None.
Which means that it's pretty safe in here, actually.
Well,
That's crazy. That
Correlation does mean causation in this case, actually.
We're at an hour. Do we want one more silly story? Maybe not
It's up
silly
to
to some
you.
people. But it is a new subreddit. r/ask funeral directors.
oh,
Very specific.
I am intrigued.
I got my sister's ashes put in a diamond, and I don't know what to do about it now.
Okay.
I'm asking about this here because I'm not really sure where else is the best place to do so. If this isn't really to do with the work you guys do, I understand. Anyways, I'm wondering if anyone is familiar with getting people's ashes put into diamonds or these little keepsake things. My mom got one made for me a while ago with my sister in it. She thought it'd help me memorialize her, or be a nice way for me to help memorialize her. And I just don't really like this thing. It's not my mom's fault. She suggested it to me as a present, and I asked for one and went in with her to get it made.
Okay.
And to be honest, now it just feels like a paperweight. And I didn't think I'd be able to see her ashes in it.
Oh,
Oh.
weird. They
I
didn't,
saw-
like, fully.
Yeah, like blended in. I guess I assumed it would be a giant crystal too, right? Like
I
a
guess
clear
maybe,
thing.
Maybe that's part of it, is to be able to see the ashes.
Yeah.
Like maybe they intentionally don't do the combustion fully.
Yeah, I don't know. I
The
saw
pressurization.
my sister's ashes before in the bag she was originally given to us, and it was very traumatic for me. I ended up having to go to counseling for a while, but that didn't really help much. So it's really hard to look at this now. I didn't want to get rid of it because she's in it, but I don't know. Is there a way of getting her ashes out of this thing and putting them back in with the rest of it?
No.
It's a chemical
I'm
reaction.
not sure if it's possible because there is these little swirl pattern that is very noticeable. If anyone can give me advice on this, I'd really appreciate it.
If you don't, I'm assuming it's a ring.
They said paperweight.
She said it's like a paperweight, so
So I
I'm
wonder
guessing
if
it's like a.
yeah.
Oh,
Like big.
maybe.
You would think you would put it in jewelry.
Yeah.
That would make more sense. Like something you could put on a necklace, even.
Yeah. At that point, like, just put that item in the container with the rest of the ashes.
That
Yeah.
was the number one comment. Is like, is it big enough to fit in the urn? Just put it back in with the urn.
Yeah.
Just hide it.
You're never getting it opened, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, you're not going to get anything out of that thing.
What an incredibly specific question to ask.
Yeah.
I guess unless you went to like a hydraulic press or something and like
Yeah. You could,
crushed it, and then
pulverize it.
it's just all.
Glass and
but it would be diamond, yeah, because it's carbon, right? Your ashes are carbon, so it's gonna be pretty hard.
technically it's diamond.
Pretty expensive to break it.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
What a insane predicament though. To
Yeah.
like get in there and you're just like, fuck.
This. Yeah,
What
there's no
the
takesies backsies on high pressure and heat onto an element to change its crystalline structure. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't be like, no. I said no tomatoes. Take it back to the kitchen.
Yeah. Have you ever seen ashes?
Have you ever seen a dead body?
No. I've never
Really?
seen a dead body. I don't think I've ever seen ashes either.
It's heavier.
Well, you know what? I've seen.
than you'd
I've
expect.
been to a wake.
Okay.
Ashes are heavier than you expect, or dead
Yes.
bodies?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. Yeah, you never took like an anatomy lab or
No.
You never saw
Scary.
cadavers?
Ew.
Surprises me.
Did animal physiology.
Mm.
I never took anatomy. Wasn't required.
Pussy.
It wasn't required. Also, we didn't have cadavers. Sorry. I was too busy doing carbon NMR to do cadaver work.
Nerd.
What? Hydrogen NMR. Hydrogen NMR.
Smart. You are smart.
No, dude, come on. I'm so dumb.
What, if you're,
What's a GCMS?
Hey, Erika, how about you tell them where they can follow?
Hang on. No, I have a story, I think.
Okay.
Speaking of college, I had a college professor who was a physics professor who talked about this process of taking ashes and paying to get it pressed into jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe at the time he was like, it costs $50,000 to do this.
Whew.
Now, who knows?
There's no way it costs that much now.
This I assume it. I don't know where he got these numbers from, but he said it costs $50,000 to make jewelry out of ashes of a loved one, and it costs $10,000 to get Sherpa'd up Mount Everest. And he was like, you could go up Mount Everest 5 times, or just get 1 diamond made.
Yeah.
He's a physics professor, so he's just kind of being like, it's not even that crazy technology. And like we were doing like bomb calorimetry.
Bomb? BOMB?
Yeah,
Sick.
it's how you determine how many calories are in a food. Is
By
you
blowing it the fuck up?
Well, you combust it, right? And you
Okay.
see how much energy
You
is
come
produced,
bomb stitch.
calories, heat.
Okay.
Boo.
Anywhom, he was like, "Yeah, it's not even that crazy. I could do it in this lab here." So anyway, he was charging $50,000. Both of those numbers seem wrong, though, right? $50,000 for jewelry, $10,000 for Mount
well,
Everest.
I do. Yes. Both
Those should
those
be
numbers.
switched.
Yes. But it doesn't surprise me. Isn't that the whole thing about like funeral
Oh, sure. Yeah.
things are like they're kind of a fucking scam?
Oh,
Yes,
sure, yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
They're just
Or
upcharged because you're like in a time of distress and they're just like,
Yeah.
don't you
They're
want to
milking
pay
you
for
for
it?
your emotions. Absolutely.
Don't you want your dead parent to be in the luxury coffin that you'll never see again?
Aren't urns, or isn't like with ashes too, like you're not even guaranteeing that it's like your
yours,
ashes.
yeah.
It's just like a communal like
I
burn
think
thing.
it's like it will probably be most of your ashes, but it's like,
You're probably
You
going to
don't
get
know-
a little bit of somebody else as well.
yeah.
Huh.
Because they use like the same like furnace for everybody, but it's like one person at a time, scoop it out. But it's like you're not scooping all the ashes out.
Sometimes they don't do just one person at a time.
That's fucked. You know, you probably got to pay extra if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also, I know they have to burn in different orders
guess-
depending on your body weight.
I guess we should ask funeral directors.
Can you get made into a firework?
Okay.
R/ask funeral directors.
That would be pretty sick.
That feels like a cool. Your dad. We better not tell your dad about it. He's gonna start saving money for this.
I get made into a firework. It sucks. Like, is there any way to get my ashes back? Actually,
Oh, you only made a fountain out of it? I thought it was gonna be at least a bottle rocket.
They did that on an episode of Ginny and Georgia. Spoiler alert.
Fuck.
Yeah. She murdered somebody and then burnt their body and then put their ashes in fireworks.
what the hell is Ginny in Georgia?
Hey.
TV show. It's like a
From when?
teen drama. Recent, like, yeah. It's on Netflix. It's not terrible.
Like, you've seen it and you haven't?
No.
When do you watch these shows?
I don't get a lot of time to watch. We are so far behind on our shows since the baby's been born. It's rough, actually. We're not even all the way through. We're not even all the way through The Witcher season 3.
You guys are still watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched 2 episodes of season 2 and I was like, this is dog
Season
shit.
3 got good.
Did it?
Season 2 was pretty rough.
Oh.
Season 3 got good.
Except for Yaskir's hair. It's so
I
bad.
saw pictures of his
It's
hair.
so bad. It like his hair just like takes me out of the whole
I guess
element.
I got for season 3 I got a little Reddit pilled of everybody on Reddit being like just shitting on it now because season 2 was so bad. Like season 3 is even worse. And I was like, well, I'm never gonna watch it then.
There's the episode of the big fight
Yeah.
at Aretusa. Very good.
Spoilers.
I always liked The Witcher's action. I thought it was really cool and really like fun. Like it was fun to watch. I never thought it was as good of a show as Game of Thrones. but-
This
No,
season
no.
This season are definitely them being like, we want to be Game of Thrones because it's definitely like minimize Witcher, bigger focus on like global politics.
Okay.
It was
I like season 1 enough. I thought
Yeah.
season 2 was just. I literally made
Season 2 is pretty rough.
it 2 or 3 episodes. And I was like, nah, I'm just not even watching it.
yeah.
It's all blue.
They did fix a lot of that stuff. Contacts and wigs aren't as terrible. the contacts and wigs in season 2 were like
Very bad.
you ask your say where it's like, oh, I can't even fucking pay attention to this scene because I'm just like, you got to be one of the most like well-funded productions on Netflix, and just like you got dollar store fake colored contacts.
Aurora just started watching Grey's Anatomy as
Oh
well.
gosh, from season 1.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well,
You're gonna have a lot of comforting to do.
It's a very traumatic show.
Well, we were watching it last night, and it was so bad. The writing is so poor. And she's like, well, it was made in 2001. And I was like, so was Scrubs.
Rhonda, don't listen.
And Scrubs was so much better than this show.
The writer or the main producer? That's Shonda.
Shonda, cover your ears.
But it was just so funny. They're just like, the acting is poor. The writing is like 6 out of 10. And then I'm just like, the entire time I'm just like complaining like this show sucks. And then we watched it for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was up until 1 o'clock watching Grey's Anatomy because I was like, I can't move away from the screen.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying myself, but I'm going to watch all 17 seasons of this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had the boyfriend effect with Grey's Anatomy where it's like, I have never really like watched full episodes, but Erika has watched so much next to me that I'm like, kind of know what's going on. And it's like, that's especially in college. She would watch it in college, and I'm like trying to do homework, and I'm just watching Grey's Anatomy, like trying to do homework. It's like, oh my god, he did that? What the fuck? And it's like,
he failed his boards.
There's an episode where a major character dies, and it's this. You've got many seasons to go before you get.
Is it Grey?
No, she's still in it.
what the hell?
Actually, she just announced her like departure from the show.
I
think.
did ask Aurora. I was like, her name's Sasha Grey, right? Nope, porn star. Never mind.
Oh, anyway, major character death, and Christian's on his laptop next to me. I'm on my laptop watching Grey's Anatomy, and I am just sobbing like, and he's just like, "What the fuck? It's just a TV show. Like, can you calm down?" I'm like, it was awful. So be prepared. There's several episodes that are going to be similar to that for her.
There's stuff in it that's I think I just hate Katherine Heigl. I hate her so much,
She's not on it very long.
and it doesn't help that her character also sucks.
Turned out the people on the crew didn't like her either.
Right.
So.
Well, I knew that from like how people don't work with her anymore. But I fucking hate Katherine Heigl and how bad her character is, and like. But then any scene that like Sandra Oh is in is really funny.
Love her. She's so good.
But sometimes they'll pair like certain people together, and it seems like the director was just like, just scream your lines. And so they're just like, yeah, got OR today. Oh, no way. And then just cuts to the next one. And it's like, oh, the craziest thing happened too is the background music in this show is so insane. I don't know how they chose it. But the song they were playing was, oh, fuck, what was it? The song we were playing was like this really, really poorly made, like repeating of a phrase. Oh, what was it? Fuck, what I got it. I got to look this up and then we can end the episode. No, dude, it's so insane. I was like sitting there laughing at the song and I was like, what is this? And she's like, oh, it's this drama thing happened. I was like, no, the music. And then it was all for a setup for one joke, but the music was so loud in the background. Let's see here. Crazy.
You can't blame people for their flubs in the early seasons.
But Scrubs was really good, and it's so funny because it's the same show. They do voiceovers. It's about medical stuff. Obviously, Scrubs is a comedy or
Yes.
a dramedy, but hey, we all know the episode of Scrubs, spoiler, where 3 people get organ transplants and they all die of rabies. They can do drama. Aurora, do you remember what song it was that I was like, that song is insane in the background of Grey's Anatomy, what they were saying?
Are you recording?
Yeah.
It was really stupid.
Where did
That's
I
really
go wrong?
yeah,
to
if they start playing
say
Snow Patrol, you're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a bad time.
Right now. It was just something stupid. It was like the lyrics were something they said in the dialogue.
Yeah.
Like,
God, I wish I could. What episodes did we watch last night? Like 4 through 8 of season 2?
Editor.
Editor.
I'm going, you guys. I'll get there, and then you can continue.
Oh no, it was later. Okay.
We're on episode 13 of season 2 right now.
Yeah, I remember watching the Thanks for the Memories.
I think it was like 2 episodes after that, maybe. I'm trying to get the cat piece on my desk. It was my grandma's, and like she had it on top of her thing, and like she had litter boxes in there.
Oh,
And on
no.
the very top there's like cat pee stains. We don't have hydrogen peroxide, but we have baking soda and vinegar, so I'm trying my best.
You got this, girl.
I believe in you.
But the song was so fucking stupid. I don't know.
I wish there's no telling. It was like episode 9 through 14 somewhere in there. The fucking song was literally like, it was like it was like rockin' a hard place, rockin' a hard place, rockin' a hard place, rockin' a hard place, and it was so poorly made. Like also, it was poor music quality as well. And I was like, what the fuck is this song? And then like 3 minutes after the song has been playing in the background for 3 minutes, someone goes, it's like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and then the song cuts, and I was like, no way. There's no way you couldn't find any other song.
Now, are we at the point in the show where there's different directors every episode? Do we blame that on the director?
Yeah, it's got to be the director. Well, no, the director. I don't think the director would do
Editor?
music. Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't the director have the final say in it?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the director mainly just does like scene compositions.
That's the head videographer.
The
I know.
director of photography.
That's what I meant.
The director of every episode is Casper Ann something.
Eventually, in those shows, after a certain point,
Yeah.
they get to where they have a new director every episode.
Erica, where can they find us?
Editor, you're cutting out a lot of that, probably.
Editor,
Whose
leave in all
episode
of
is
it,
this to edit?
Christians.
I just want you to know we're at an hour and 20 now, and
An hour and 30,
15
actually.
minus 10 minutes off of that.
We've
Okay.
recorded an hour and 30.
We're at an hour and 20. About 10 to 15 minutes is us talking about Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, anyway, you can find us
It's behind the paywall.
You can find us at Judgies Pod on all social media platforms, and that's JUDGIES. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, TikTok. What's the new one?
Threads.
Threads.
Blue Sky. Everywhere. Lettered box.
Are we on Blue Sky?
Yes, we're on Blue Sky. We talked about this last episode.
Okay, I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay, if you want to send us a listener submitted story or a sound, you could do that at judgiespod@gmail.com. And that's that.
Josh, you have any final?
Nope. I'm trying to find the song still.
When did I go
All
wrong?
right. Well,
I remember it.
Judges love
I remember
you.
it.
I can't stop.
It was. Put the lotion in the basket. Put the lotion in the basket. And then later on in Grey's voiceover, she's like, or somebody was like, you don't want to be stuck in the bottom of some pit being told to put the lotion on the skin again. And it's like, what the fuck? You're just going to let it run, put the lotion in the basket over and over?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
pisses
Judges
and
love
kisses,
you.
everyone. Pisses and kisses.
Have a good week.